PT/NCC classes. You might gone through the brochure you got from the university website or like that, and there is a paper called compulsory elective subject PT/NCC for the first semester as well as for the second semester. Actually, the purpose of this course is to develop your physique as well as your mental state. And the subject named as PT. PT means physical training as well as NCC. Those who have previous idea about NCC or those who have already participated in NCC during their school days will be given preference for opting in NCC. Moreover, in NCC, there are restricted 40 seats. So it is not possible for us to give all you a option for NCC. So that's why we have made such a conclusion that those who have past experience about NCC in their school days in class 10 or class 2, then they will be allowed for NCC. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If
Yes, sir.
moreover, if anyone is interested to take NCC, they can send a mail to my mail ID, and we will consult with the Dean of Students Welfare, and then we will finalize it. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
during pandemic, it is not possible for you to come to the campus and attend the academic classes in physical mode or in the practical classes of PT or /NCC. So in this regard, it is the duty of the physical education teachers to give you some idea about the theoretical aspect of physical training, and in next class, and there will be a discussion for NCC also. So today I will discuss only on physical training. Actually, physical training means comprises of certain types of exercises or physical activity. That is called physical training. And when we are trying to practice such exercise program for a longer period of time, then it will be considered as a training. So there is an exercise effect, and that is short-term effect of exercise, and the long-term effect of exercise is called training. So when we will come to the campus, practically there is a discussion is going on in the campus that the institute may reopen after the first semester is over, but this has been subject to the ministry's clearance. Okay, so the authority is trying to reopen the institute now. Corona is little bit reduced presently, so authority also trying to develop all the possibilities for taking the classes on physical mode. Actually, physical activity or is a medium of physical training, and that is the aim of these physical exercises is to improve your physical health as well as to reduce the risk of very many diseases like cardiovascular diseases, heart diseases, diabetic mellitus, cancer, etc. So main task of this program is to develop the physical component as well as to develop the mental aspect of the students. Actually, there is a proverb that healthy mind lives in a body. So if your body is healthy, then the mental aspects of your body also improve. And as a student, if you simultaneously develop these two aspects, it will be beneficial for you in present time as well as in future also. So actually, the purpose of physical training is to develop the physical aspects of your body as well as to develop the mental aspects and to keep the diseases away from you. And this medium of physical training, I have already mentioned that there are a few exercise programs. Exercise is a physical exercise is jogging, running, various body movements, light high knee action, hopping, jumping. You may aware of these terms also in your school days. You have certain idea about that. And warming up is the preparatory phase before going to the main task. Say you are wanting to take part in playing football, or you are wanting to take part in cricket, volleyball, in any other sport. So before going to the main task or this main sport, uh, a preparation is very much needed. That is called warm up. Warm up also comprises of very many exercise programs. Actually, warm up is a preparation. That means the act of exercising or stretching in preparation for a strenuous activity or a game or a sport or a major activity. So the warm up is the act of exercising or stretching in preparation for strenuous activity. A regime of gentle exercise program is specifically used in warming up programs. So that's why we can say that any act of preparation for a performance or taking part in any sport is called warm up. So what is the purpose of warm up? Actually, the warm up is very much important because it needs certain purposes. Number one is to develop your body temperature and develop the muscles which are required to be activated during participation in a sport, as well as in higher temperature. If you start exercise program, then your blood your body temperature increase simultaneously, the blood moving faster in the working muscles. So the main purpose of warming up is to increase your body temperature. Where temperature means increase your body core temperature of the muscles, as well as the second one that is very much important also, that is reduce the risk of sports related injuries or sporting injuries. Reduce the risk of sports related injuries or sporting injuries. You often found in very many sports fields that a few athletes are suffering from a very number of sports injuries, suffering from number of injuries. That means uh, knee injuries, ankle injuries, uh, muscle pull, muscle strain, muscle sprain, hamstring pull, quadricep pull, etc., etc. There are so many injuries that may be occurred during participation in sports. So it is the purpose of the warming up to reduce in in a certain scale for such sports injuries. Actually, warm up keeps your or develops your body tone or muscle tone that is very much important in taking part in any sport. and I have already mentioned that in physical activity is mainly dependent on very many body movements, and each and every sport has its own specific skills. So that's why uh, every sports related specific uh, skills are required for taking part in such sport. Actually, why warm up is needed, I have already mentioned that once you achieve this warm up uh, warm up program, then it is increasing your body core temperature, and in higher temperature muscle gets more oxygen because blood moves faster in higher temperature, and oxygen passes through the blood and goes to the working muscles. And next one I have already mentioned, that it reduce the risk of um, sports injuries. That is the main purpose of warming up. So there are very many stages in warming up program. We have started warming up is into simple to complex manner, and that warming up program uh, may be comprised of 5 stages: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, and the stage 5. So actually, have you understand what I am telling? Hello, please
Yes, sir.
respond.
Yes,
Have you
sir.
understand what I am telling?
Yes,
The
sir.
last
Yes,
10
sir.
to 15 minutes. So
Yes, sir.
actually, physical activity or physical training is mostly related with human beings. So can you tell me, anyone, what is anatomy and what is physiology?
The anatomy is internal structure of a body.
Internal structure of the body. Then what is physiology? What is physiology? Okay. So why I have termed anatomy and physiology? I have already mentioned that physical activity is only related with the physical movements of the human being. That's why you have to know the pros and cons of the scientific principles of human movement. The scientific principles behind each and every human movement. So that's why I'm telling about anatomy and physiology. Let's start with anatomy. Anatomy is the study of the structure of organs and systems of the human body. Anatomy is the study of the structure of the organs and systems of the human body. There are so many organs in our body. There are so many systems in our body. Anatomy deals with that organs and systems structure. So in human body, there is lungs, there is a heart, there is a kidney. More organs are there. Likely, there are so many systems: muscular system, skeletal system, respiratory system, circulatory system, excretory system, cardiovascular system. So many systems are there. So you have to understand the structure of that organ as well as those systems. So anatomy deals with organ, structure of the organs and systems of the human body. Similarly, now tell me, what is physiology? That is interconnected, related with anatomy and physiology relation, the interconnected relation between anatomy and physiology. Can you tell me the physiology? What is physiology?
The branch of biology that deals with the normal functioning
Normal functioning of
the living organisms and their body parts.
now, yes, I am telling anatomy is the study
Sir, you are muted.
Sir, you are not audible.
Sir, unmute yourself.
Sir, keep yourself muted.
Sir,
Trying.
Sir, I am medical subject చెప్తాండి.
So you are muted.
Hello.
sir, you are not audible.
Hello,
now.
sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, sir.
So I've already mentioned that the study related with the structure of the organs and systems and the study related with the functions of the organs and systems. So in light of this discussion, can you tell me what is physiology of exercise or physiology of sport? Anyone? No one? Okay, fine. So I have already mentioned about anatomy. I have already mentioned about physiology. Now, what is physiology of exercise? The study of the functions of the organs and systems of the human body in relation to exercise or any specific sport. The study of the functions of the organs and systems of the human body in relation to exercise. Why I am telling so? That if you go to the ground and then start running, what will happen? What will happen? After going to the ground, if you start running, what will happen? Anything will happen or not?
That our body parts will move.
The body parts will move.
We get tired after some time.
We get tired after some time. So these are the variables. Next, you
But
will cover some distance. Okay. First, you start running. You'll cover some distance. After a few minutes, you get fatigued or tired. Moreover, the important point is that after starting running, after few seconds, your heart rate gets faster movement. Am I right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
yes, sir.
Your heart rate increased. Number two, what will happen? You will require more oxygen. You will require more oxygen with the demand of the intensity of that exercise. Next, one of your friends already mentioned that after few minutes you get exhausted or get tired. Why? So reasons are behind that also. Why gets tired? Because your muscle quality is not up to the mark to continue after few minutes. That requires training program. A trained person, after running 30 minutes, 40 minutes, he gets tired. But for an untrained person, after 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 4 minutes or 5 minutes, according to the quality of his muscle or of his training state, he or she gets tired. So this all includes the physiological functioning of your organs and systems. I have already mentioned that in higher temperature, blood moves faster. To where? To the working muscle. Working muscle in running, what are the working muscles? Running is a whole body activity. So all the muscles attached with your body require some amount of oxygen to perform that type of running. So that's why I'm telling that the whole program is based on scientific principles that related with anatomy and that related with physiology and totally related with biological science. And on the other hand, any body movements depending upon some principles of mechanics, that is applied area of physics. Because in every joint there are some movement, trunk, elbow, ankle, shoulder. In each and every joint there are some movement, and each joint have its own peculiarity of movement. Say elbow joint. Can you tell me what is the movement of elbow joint? Anyone?
So hinge.
Hinge, elbow joint, hinge movement. That is, this is a hinge joint. Okay. So movement is only flexion and extension. Like this. I am folding my hand. This is flexion. Opening my hand. It is extension. Flexion, extension. Another movement is there. Pronation and placing your fingers upward, that is supination. Pronation, supination. Flexion, extension. So hinge joint or the elbow joint has this special movement that is not related with trunk joint or shoulder joint. So it has its own movement, like trunk joint. Trunk joint has rotation movement and circumduction movement. Rotation movement and circumduction. Shoulder joint. Shoulder rotation, that is rotation movement. So there are so many joints in our body, and each joint has its own specified movement. That's why I am telling that each and every aspect of exercise or sports, depending upon certain scientific principles of biology, that is comprises of anatomy and physiology, certain scientific principles of mechanics, that is the applied part of physics, as well as for development of your mental state. You have to apply the scientific principles of psychology also. Similarly, I have already mentioned initially, to reduce the risk of injury related to sports. That's why we can take the help of the scientific principles associated with sports medicine. So, whole program or whole exercise component is depending upon certain scientific principles, because exercise deals with human beings. So that's why you have to understand the whole body of an individual. Is at anatomy, is physiology, is mechanical aspects of movement, the injury part of injury of any body part, psychological makeup. So this has to be developed during any sort of training program we are giving. Next, the ultimate, what is the ultimate purpose of physical training in our institute? The ultimate purpose of this training program is to develop the physical fitness components. Physical fitness components. So what is fitness? That is the pertinent point. What is fitness? Can you tell me what is fitness? Anyone? From your own idea. Can you tell me? What is fitness? Fitness is
physically and mentally fit.
Physically, mentally fit. Just in one sentence, I'll give you a definition. Ability of an individual to meet the unforeseen emergency. Ability of the individual to meet the unforeseen emergency. Say, a physically fit person is walking along the road. Similarly, by his right side, if his not physically fit person is going. So bus is coming from behind with high speed, but they were moving forward. At a time, it comes close to the person, then the person who is more physically fit, he tries to keep away from the bar, but who is not physically so fit, he will take more time to keep away from the bar. That's why I am telling the ability to meet the unforeseen emergencies of an individual is called fitness. So what is physical fitness then? Physical fitness is related with your bodily development, which consists of so many factors of fitness: speed, strength, agility, flexibility, coordination, balance, etc., etc. So there are so many factors of fitness which can be developed through structured physical training programs. So what is speed then? Can you tell me what is speed? You have already acquainted with speed in your class 2, 10, class 2, and first year of Btech also. What is speed?
The magnitude of velocity.
Distance covered per unit time.
Yes. So speed can be explained as ability to cover maximum distance with shortest possible time. Am I right? Ability to cover maximum distance with shortest possible time. I am running 100 meters with 20 seconds. You are running 100 meters with 12 seconds. Who is a good performer? Definitely you. You cover the same distance with shorter time, and I cover the same distance with much more time. So speed is the ability of an individual to cover maximum distance with shortest possible time. Similarly, what is strength? What is strength? So actually telling about muscular strength also. What is strength?
The maximum ability to uphold the object.
So ability to overcome maximum resistance in one repetition. Ability to overcome maximum resistance in one repetition. Speed, strength, agility. What is agility? Can you tell me any definition of agility? No answer.
Sir, quick reflexes.
Reflex is another term that is also required for sport. Agility means ability to change of direction with highest speed. Ability to change that direction with highest speed or higher speed. Move fast running towards east then turn towards north. That is the agility. Who is more agile? Who turns or changes direction with shortest possible time. That is the agility. Then what is flexibility? Can you tell me what is the technical name or the anatomical proportion of flexibility? Can you tell me what is flexibility?
Sir, ability to stretch.
Abilities to stretch of whom? Of
Joints.
which?
The pain.
Hello. First,
Yes, sir.
first student. Ability to stretch of
Joints, sir. Joints.
joints. That is the answer. Ability to stretch or stretchability of the joints. We have a misconception about flexibility. That flexibility is related with muscles. Not like that. Flexibility deals with the joints. Flexibility deals with the joint movement. If your joints are more flexible, then you have to achieve more flexibility than the other. So, speed, strength, flexibility, agility, balance, coordination. What coordination I am telling you about? Can you tell me what coordination is required for any sort of physical movement? Coordination is dealt here in physical training or any sort of movement, neuromuscular coordination. There is a connection between the neurons and the muscles. Each and every time when you are walking, when you are running, when you are sitting, when you are lying, each and every time this coordination is going on, neuromuscular. In sports specific fields, the advanced stage of coordination is much needed. Hand-eye coordination. The main hand-eye coordination. See the ball and have any idea about Sehwag? Virendra Sehwag? Have any idea about the style of playing of Virendra Sehwag?
Yes, sir.
This is called hand-eye coordination. No skills is required there. Hand and eye coordination. देखो और चलाओ. So each and every sport has its own characteristics of requirements of specific coordination. In gymnastics, high level of coordination is required. In diving, high level of coordination is required. So we are trying to give you some specific idea because it is not possible for bad luck to you that you couldn't come to the campus, and it is a good campus. So many fields are there, so many infrastructure of playing sports, games, as well as your very much important academics also. When you will come to the campus, then you could find what you are missing now. So that's why we are trying to give some idea about the theoretical aspects of sport, training, physical training, NCC. In next classes it will be discussed. So, have any question about today's discussion? You can ask. If any confusion is there, you can ask. No question. Arpan?
Yes, sir.
Arpan? No question.
No, sir.
Suman? Suman?
No,
Kumar?
sir.
No,
No,
sir.
question. No.
So I think you understand all these things. Somokanti?
Yes, sir.
Have you understand all this? Can you tell me what is physiology? Somo?
It's a branch of biology which deals with normal functionings of living organisms.
Living organ means organs and systems of the human body.
Human body.
Okay. Sudeshna?
Yes, sir.
What is physiology of exercise?
Sir, it is about physiology. Physiology is about studying about the body parts, body organs when the body is in motion.
So the study of the
Study of the organs of the body.
functions of the
Functions
organs
and
and systems. Where body is in
yes, functions of the body organs when the body is in motion.
motion. Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
So living. Jagadeshwari,
Sir,
can you tell me the definition of speed in terms of movement?
ability to cover maximum distance in less time.
In shortest possible time or lesser time.